Ms. Wilkerson, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson? Okay, I think we can call it to order because we have we have quorum with 4 members. So we don't have a chair or vice chair right now because tonight is election of officers. And that's the second item on the agenda. So I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order, and then we'll go straight into the election of officers so that the chair can take over from that point. Would anyone like to nominate a chair and vice chair? Can anybody hear me?
I would nominate you as the chair.
Oh, this is for the board only. I'm sorry. I should have clarified that. Okay. I'm staff, so I can't serve on the board. But thank you for that, though.
Okay.
Kim, I don't mind doing it.
That'd be awesome. Does somebody want to?
Because I feel like we would sit here in silence for quite a while.
That's funny because I was just getting ready, even though I'm new to this board as of tonight, I was about to say, I wonder if Paul would mind if I
No, I'll do it.
if I asked, if I nominated him.
No, that's fine with me.
Awesome. So all in favor for Paul Lawson as chair?
Aye.
Okay. All opposed or any opposed? Oh, I'm sorry. We need a second. I haven't done this before. I'll second it. Thanks, Catherine. I appreciate that. Okay. What about a vice chair? Nomination for vice chair?
Everybody at once.
Hey, it's Alicia. I just want to say you can nominate someone even though they're not there tonight.
Since Paul's here to chair, the vice chair doesn't have to.
Who was vice chair last time? Charles?
Charles, yeah.
Can we make Charles do it again?
Sure.
Why not?
That's what he gets for not being here.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, somebody want to second that?
I'll second that.
Yep.
Okay, all in favor of Charles as vice chair?
Aye.
Aye.
All righty. And so, Paul, I'll turn it over to you at this point.
All right, good deal. We need to, I guess the next thing on the calendar or on the agenda is approval of the December 17th minutes. Does anybody have any questions about the December 17th minutes? If not, Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as they are written in our packet?
I so move.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second for approval of December 17th minutes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the December 2020 minutes have passed. Now we move on to, if I can get my computer to work. All right, if we could, I'm gonna go ahead and swear everybody in. Anybody who is on this call who plans on testifying to the board, I need you to turn your camera on if you can, raise your right hand. Give you a second to do that. And for anybody who's going to talk, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
I do.
All right. I'm going to go through the criteria for all of these, and then we'll get started in the order that they appear on the agenda. There are 4 things, and all 4 have to be met for us to grant a hardship and to approve the variance. Those are extraordinary conditions. That is that there are extraordinary and exceptional conditions pertaining to this particular piece of property. Other property, the extraordinary and exceptional conditions do not generally apply to other property in the vicinity. Utilization, because of the extraordinary or exceptional conditions, the application of the ordinance to a particular piece of property would effectively prohibit or unreasonably restrict the utilization of the property. And detriment, the authorization of a variance will not be of substantial detriment to the adjacent property or the public good, and the character of the district will not be harmed by granting the variance. All right, so that is our criteria that we have to meet. And again, all 4 of those have to be met. At this time, Kim, I think we're 2 variance requests. The first one is 801 Rufus Street, and I will let you take over from here.
Okay. Leonardo Barboso, applicant, request a variance from the strict application of the City of Conway Unified Development Ordinance pertaining to residential building types and design standards, Table 6.1, dimensional requirements for residential zoning districts regarding the corner side yard setback for the property located at 801 Rufus Street. This parcel was created in 1939. The applicant proposes to build a single-family residence on the parcel. It's located on the corner of Rufus and 8th Avenue. The parcel is zoned R1 with setbacks of 20 front, 20-foot rear, 10-foot side, and 20-foot corner side. The applicant is requesting a 6-foot 4-inch variance from the corner side yard setback and cites the following reasons for which a variance should be granted. The current setback requirements render the parcel unbuildable. The required setbacks make the buildable area only 25 foot wide, and the variance would not cause harm to adjacent properties. The variance requested is a corner side yard setback of 13 foot and 8 inches. And Mr. Craig Mars is here to speak on behalf of the applicant.
All right, Mr. Mars, I will, we'll take any input that you have at this time.
Well, the application kind of speaks for itself as far as the hardships and the problems with the lot. With the setbacks that are established and the size of the lot, it being substandard to what the zoning minimum requirements are for those lots, I feel that there's not much more that needs to be said. It would be near impossible to put a decent house there that looked worth anything and conform to the setbacks that are there.
All right, hold on one second. I'm trying to. In your application, you mentioned there are some other similarly situated lots nearby. Something about can you fill me in on that?
Yeah, the 3 adjacent lots. There are 3 adjacent lots here on this corner that are virtually all the same. you know, they're all substandard as far as the dimensions of them to what the zoning minimum requirements. If you were to subdivide that property now, you would not be allowed to subdivide it the narrowness that the lots are. As Ms. Wilkerson stated, these were subdivided and established quite a while back. And at that time, I don't even know if there were any setbacks involved. But now that the zoning has enforced 20-foot side setbacks, especially for the corner lot, the lots that are substandard that are adjacent to it actually have a little bit more leniency with a 10-foot side setback than what we would have with the street side setback being at 20 feet. So we're only asking for a little over 6 feet. We're not even asking for what those two lots that are adjacent to us would have available to them as far as the buildable area. If we had the 10-foot side setback that they have, we wouldn't even be requesting variance.
Is there a house directly across Ronald Avenue from this lot?
Not per GIS.
Okay, I'm trying to pull it up on Google Maps. I don't think there is either.
And I will tell you too, we've had
No, there's not.
several phone calls on this one. Some people for it, some people opposing it. We did get a letter in today that didn't make it in the packet from one of the adjacent property owners who was in opposition of the variance request.
And I see there's one letter here or one email that Bess got where somebody thought it would be too close to 8th Avenue. Do we know the nature of the other complaints or the other opposition? Is it just?
It's the same gentleman.
Oh, same guy.
Yeah, he sent another letter.
So Ray Smith. It says he owns the property contiguous on the side and the rear. So he owns 2 lots?
I think he owns 3. Let me double check right here.
It looks like on the original subdivision, maybe 16 and 17, maybe.
I would like to mention too that dimension that we're showing to the property line of 14 feet 3 inches, that there's still an additional from the property line itself to the edge of the pavement, there's still another 7.5 feet. So I just don't understand why he would feel that. Maybe he just doesn't understand that we're not saying that the house would be set 14 feet 3 inches from the street. We're saying that it would be set 14 feet 3 inches from the property line. So it would be over 21, almost 22 feet to the street.
That's to the 8th Avenue side. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is
So
Mr.
there's 7
Smith,
feet of easement or right of way there.
It's a 40-foot right of way.
Yeah, and the road's definitely not that wide.
Yeah, the road itself, as per the survey, the road itself has a 25-foot edge of pavement to edge of pavement.
Or anybody from the board got any questions or input? Not everybody at once. All right, I'm just looking at these. I'm looking at everything. My only concern is the requirement we have to meet that it doesn't have the same issues as other property. There's definitely some other lots in there based off what I can see on GIS right now that are kind of in a similar situation. However, I mean, it's my feeling that if you're 21 feet from the actual pavement, there's a lot of other places where, I mean, you're still over 20 feet from from the paved road.
We're actually over 21 feet, almost 22. And if you would like to give us a variance for the 10-foot side setback to where we would move the house a little bit closer to that sideline, say split the difference, 3 feet on one side, making that a 7-foot side setback, and then us only going like 3 feet 4 inches on the street side, we would be fine with that as well.
How wide is the lot next to it the same width? 54 something?
If Miss Wilkerson, can you pull up the GIS, the previous picture of the GIS locating this lot? So you can see that the two lots that are just kind of northwest of us, they're the same size type lots.
Okay. But they're only going to have 10 foot on the sides. That's what you were saying earlier.
Yes, sir, but they're only going to have a 10-foot side setback. Yeah. Exactly.
They are all about the same per GIS.
Yeah. I mean, I would, the way that those roads are, I would rather do one. I don't really want to grant two. I don't even know if we could grant one on the other side, the way that this was brought to us, but I don't know if I'd want to do two. Because it's just the road and there's plenty of room. But anybody else got anything to say or want to?
Mr. Lawson, let me make one other comment, if you will.
Yeah.
If you look, I don't know, Ms. Wilkerson, if you can zoom in on the one that is the aerial photo to where we can see the house that's on the corner of Live Oak and 8th as well.
Yeah, I see that.
If you were to come on over, scroll over to the aerial.
I can see it.
You can see the line of the house itself, where it is. If you were to project the edge of that house where she's got the cursor at, directly back, if you were to take and you could probably take the GIS device with the measuring tool and measure that, you would see that right there, we're pretty close to the same alignment of where we're asking for the house to be. Yeah,
it looks like on a very unofficial measurement on Google Maps, it's somewhere in the 20s.
That house was built before that zoning. I assume that zoning was required as well, for setbacks.
Anybody else?
I have a question. Does Mr. Smith have a house on either of those lots, or are they empty?
They're empty per the aerials. I can read his letter if you want me to.
Yeah, let's do that. So we've got that in our record.
Okay. Gentlemen, I object to your consideration for approving the application to let someone build a house so close to a city street, 801 Rufus Street, 13 feet. It gives the appearance of a slum area of the city when going south on Rufus Street at the corner of 8th. The house would look like it's sticking out in the road and causing a blind spot. I own property on both sides of this lot and 9th and don't want an eyesore like that in my neighborhood. Sincerely, Ray Smith.
And I would be more than happy to, I'd be more than happy to show you hold on just a second. I would be more than happy to show you the house itself, what it looks like. It certainly is not any kind of little cheap thing that we're just throwing up there. This is the side view. Let me see if I can get the camera and bring it over. Bear with me just a minute. Can you see that?
Yeah.
This is the side view. And Mr. Barbosa and we've been talking, and he's going to do a garage rather than a carport. But this is what and I'm going to try and make it bigger so it can be a little bit easier for you to see. This is what that side elevation is going to look like.
All right. Okay, anybody else got any input for this agenda item? Nobody.
I don't want to disregard the letter in opposition, but at the same time, I'm not sure he does have a clear idea of how close it actually would be to the street.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to discount anything anybody said or taking the time to comment on, but 21 feet at 22 feet is a pretty good distance, and due to the nature of the roads in the neighborhood, none of these are extremely high traffic areas. I'm inclined, just because of the nature of the lots and the fact that there's really, if you can't build a house this big, then and it's, designated R1, there's really nothing else you can do. I'm going to make a motion to approve the variance.
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor? Any opposed? All right, the motion carries and passes, and the ordinance or the variance has been granted. Mr. Marsh, thank you very much for your input.
Thank you guys too.
All right, we're gonna move on down to Variance Request B. Mr. Gadara, and Ms. Wilkerson, if you'll fill everybody in.
I don't know that there's anyone here for this one. I can go
walk around the corner from my house and see if they're there. This is about 3 doors down.
That'd be great.
I do know. So there's nobody here for input from them.
Yeah, Alicia, someone has to be present?
No, you can still hear the case, but if, they can't make a decision, we can always defer it if we have questions for the applicant. But I think you can go ahead and present it. They may want to approve it or disapprove it without them.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Kim, go ahead and put it on the record. I feel like we can probably get through this one without them.
Okay, sounds good. The applicant requests a variance from the strict application of the City of Conway Unified Development Ordinance, Article 6, Section 6.2, residential building types, dimensional requirements for residential zoning districts regarding the front setback for the property located at 157 Busby Street. This home was affected by floodwaters and was therefore raised 8 feet to prevent future issues. In doing so, the front landing stairs went from 3 to 15 steps. The parcel is zoned R1 and must meet the setback requirements of Table 6.1, which are 20 front, 20 rear, 10 side, and 20 corner side. The applicant is requesting a 2.5 foot or 2 foot 5 inch variance from the front setback requirement. The applicant cites the following reasons: 15 steps required to reach landing of the raised house. House had to be raised because of flooding. The additional stairs would not fit elsewhere on the raised house. There would be no harm to adjacent property. The variance requested is a front setback of 17 foot and 7 inches versus 20 foot. And we did have one call in favor of the variance.
Okay. So we got one in favor. Anybody on the any board members want to make any comments or have any concerns or questions? On what?
I don't have any concerns about this.
It's supposed to be 20. It's going to be about 17 and a half.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, I mean, they've gone through the work. I mean, the house is already up in the air.
And this is just to accommodate stairs, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's,
I'll go through I'll motion to approve that.
yeah, I'll second that.
Yeah.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
any opposed? All right, the motion carries. The variance has been granted. Somewhere down the street, Chris, you're welcome. All right, we got finally variance request C. And Ms. Wilkerson, if you will fill everyone in.
Tractor Supply, the applicant requests a variance from the strict application of the City of Conway Unified Development Ordinance, Article 11, Section 11.4.1, wall signs regarding sign standards by sign type for the property located at 3353 Church Street. Tractor Supply is in the process of adding a covered garden center and a drive-through area to be used as a customer pickup area in lieu of having curbside pickup zone in the parking lot. Tractor Supply has an existing wall sign that measures 6 foot 1 inch by 19 foot 6 inches, equaling approximately 114 square feet. There's also an existing legal non-conforming post sign that measures 6 foot 1 inch by 20 foot, equaling approximately 120 square feet. The parcel is zoned highway commercial and is within the Gateway Corridor overlay. Per the UDO, a second wall sign will be allowed on another facade if the building is located on a corner lot or if there is a second public entrance. The maximum number of wall signs is 2 per tenant space. Per the UDO section 11.3.1 sign regulations by zoning district, maximum cumulative sign area per tenant space is 200 square feet. The applicant is requesting a waiver from the maximum wall sign requirement as well as the cumulative sign area requirement in order to install a garden center sign measuring 17.93 square feet and a drive-through sign measuring 46.6 square feet. This totals an additional 64.53 square feet in cumulative sign area. The applicant cites the following reasons. The store sits back from the road approximately 200 feet. Tractor Supply is an essential business as it provides wellness products for animals and garden products so people can be self-sufficient and grow their own food. Without the signage, customers would not know that Tractor Supply has a garden center drive-through on site, and signs are aesthetically pleasing and match the contours peaks of the new garden center addition. The variance request is for 3 wall signs totaling 298.53 cumulative sign area.
All right. Do we have anybody here on behalf of Tractor Supply? I think we do.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's see here. Maybe we don't. Anyone? Bueller? All right. Does anybody, any board members have anything to?
Was there any opposition or any
Oh, there they
letter in
are.
favor?
Oh, they're right there.
I actually think it would make this place look better.
Yeah, Mr.
I'm
Mr.
always for
Jackson,
the
are you with
aesthetic.
us? Mr. Jackson, are you there? Can you hear me? I can see him.
It doesn't look like they're muted.
No. Maybe their volume's turned down and they can't hear us.
His icon doesn't have a microphone. He might not have one.
Yeah. He's talking, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, he doesn't have a microphone.
All right.
Do you have a phone number you can call him?
No, the person that I've been talking to is out of the state and is a totally different person.
All right. Do we have any,
Kim, did you get any letters on this one?
None at all. I didn't even get a phone call about this one.
I will say that, I mean, we have had plenty in the past where we've had to take into consideration the distance of the building from the road itself for site purposes, for visibility. Big Lots was one of them that comes to mind.
Yeah, and we did one right when I got on for the remodel of the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any? All right, just to clarify, this is only about the size of the sign. They've gone over their
And the
square
number.
footage.
And the number of signs,
And
correct?
then, right, the number.
What
of
does that say?
I think it's 2, right?
I think it's the
Oh.
number to call.
Can you see the area code?
No,
It's got to be 843.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either. Yeah. Maybe he'll put it up there again.
Can you tell him can
Oh.
you sign to do the number again?
Yeah.
This is Kim.
Hi, Kim. This is Pat Patterson with the Sign Resource.
Okay. Can y'all hear her?
We
I
we
can.
are on here, but I don't think you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you. We can all hear now. We're good.
We can hear you now. I got you on speakerphone.
All right, just
Okay.
yeah. If you get Ms. Patterson, if you could just fill us in on any points you need to make, or if you have any questions for us.
Okay.
Can you hear us okay now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good deal.
I don't think he heard your question.
Okay. No, I was just going to say it's been presented by Ms. Wilkerson. I'll just if you guys have any points you need to make for the board before we discuss, it's your time to shine.
No, the biggest thing, I had a whole speech, but it was pretty much the same thing that what you already got. But the thing is we're not advertising anymore for Tractor Supply. What we're doing is we're wanting to let the public know of a service. And so that's one of the reasons why, because this is going to be a touch-free environment. Otherwise, customers will be able to order things, drive through our pickup service, get loaded, not even have to get out of their vehicle. So we're looking at it as something through the pandemic that, we're offering as a service per se.
Contactless.
Yeah, contactless service. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Kim, is this other than the number of signs and the total sign square footage, are these signs in conformity?
Yes, they
color?
would be approved otherwise.
Okay. Anybody else on the board got any input? Okay. Due to as we discussed a little bit ago, as Catherine pointed out, due to the distance from the road, and the circumstances surrounding putting all this up, I am inclined to grant this variance. So I will make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the variance.
I'll second it.
All right, we got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the motion carries. The variance has been granted. Thank you guys. Sorry we had some audio difficulty, but you guys have a great night.
Yeah. And with the times, we got to go with it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great night.
All right, I think that covers everything we got to do. So if I can get anybody got a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thanks everybody.
Welcome,
Alicia, y'all
Sandra and
tell me what I'm
Leslie.
supposed to
Thank
do.
you.
Yeah, welcome
Hey,
to the
Sandra. Haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, welcome to our new members. And Kim and Alicia, y'all just tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Thanks for taking one for the team, Paul.
No
Yeah.
problem. I'll
And
I'll remember this,
congratulations. Congratulations, Paul.
thank you so much. We're very excited.
That's exciting.
I had
Y'all
to
have a
pause
good
my
night.
camera during that last presentation. I had to turn off my camera and my microphone because Kara's actually going on a girls' weekend. She's telling me bye. All right. Well, anybody got anything else? If not, I'm gonna log off.